This sheet that you're looking at on screen is responsible for helping over 49 different people hit $100,000 per day in sales. And just to show you proof, in this month alone, just in the last 9 days, we have had 3 more people hit the 100K day mark, and every single one of them has used this growth guide to help them accomplish this massive milestone. So when I say that this sheet is crucial, and this is probably something that you're gonna wanna pay attention to, in the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna break this sheet down completely so you can understand exactly how it works and you can pull it and install it into your business as well. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that this sheet is very simple to create. You can have Claude create this in a matter of minutes. You can literally just take a screenshot and tell it to create it for you. Now, how this sheet works is extremely simple. The first thing that you'll look at on the left is status. We have 4 different statuses that ads will cycle through. The first one is working. The second one is learning. The third one is filming. And the fourth one is done. Now, you'll notice that a lot of these columns over here will be blank. And that's because when we create new ideas, it's always going to be blank. And once we decide on the idea as a team, as we usually use this sheet on call, that is when we will move a item into working. Now, this working functionality basically sends this task to our project management system. Now, you can use whatever project management system you want. We personally use ClickUp. And then once the ad actually gets launched, it then will move into learning. And this learning status means that, hey, the ad is active and we need to process learnings on it before we actually mark it off of our sheet as done. And now this is a small little psychology thing that we do, because in order for you to get the satisfaction of actually marking it off of your list, you need to make sure that you actually complete your learnings, which you'll see where we put those very shortly. And now the second column that we have here is called upvote. Now, what upvote stands for is whenever we have a lot of ideas in what is called our growth guide, which is this sheet here, we want our team, because we are collaborative, we have about 12 different people on our team, or on our creative team specifically. And what we have them do is we have them vote before our strategy call on whether or not they like specific ideas. And so if someone liked this idea, they would add a +1. And then if I saw that this idea number 1, already had 3 votes from other team members, and I also thought it was a good idea, I would change this to +4. And what this does is this allows us to sort all of our ideas from Z to A to see, okay, what are the ideas that people actually like the most? And let's prioritize putting those ideas into working, because the team believes that this is a good idea. Now, how does the team figure out whether or not it's a good idea? Well, that's what all of these columns are for, and I'm going to get to those in a second. But this batch number and all of the naming schemes specifically that we have are crucial for us to be able to organize our data and get proper feedback loops in place with the support of, Claude Code and using AI the right way, which I know a lot of people are super interested in, and I am going to try to get some of that content out to you guys shortly. But with that said, the point of this is make sure you name your ads. And if you haven't seen my naming templates video, I will link that down below for you guys as well. The next column here that we have is date added. Now, this is also important as well, because I want to be able to see, especially if I'm a team lead, when did these ideas get added? Are they old ideas? Are they new ideas? And so whenever I come into the call every single week, or I check our client's growth guide, I'm able to see whether or not we had any new ideas for that week. And then of course, the next column here is author, which is whose ideas were they? And this is really crucial for those of you that have teams to be able to keep track of who's actually bringing ideas to the call. And at the end of every single month, we always analyze, hey, how many ideas did you have? And for some people, if they're struggling, usually they don't have a lot of ideas. Or if they did have a lot of ideas, we tie that back to our actual success metrics, which is breakthroughs and KPI winners and spend winners. But my point is that we're able to connect that and say, hey, did your ideas actually lead into anything? And so tracking whose idea it was is super important to be able to know who is good at coming up with winning ad ideas and who is not.